Good afternoon or morning, orchestra students. Coming to you from home studio, I just want to update you on the assignments for this week. So your practice log for this week that you'll be turning in digitally on the classroom is going to be over page 20 in Essential Elements. So you're going to work through learning eighth notes. So this is something we've actually done in class when we do the I do, you do, do assignments. So I play, you play. And we're actually going to be reading them out of our book now. So in order to help you, I'm going to kind of play through a few of these things and kind of like break down the notes for you. So far, we have been in 4/4 time. So that's our time signature that we've been using when we have the staff. So if I draw a little staff here, 3, 4, how many lines? 5 fingers, 5 lines. Good. Okay, so 5 lines on the staff. We've just been using quarter notes. So I'm going to just draw it in treble clef for us here really quick. So I'll draw the clef there. Actually, the time signature goes right in front of the clef. So I'll just, so you know, that would move over right there. So the time signature is going to go here. And then we also have what's called a key signature in between. But for now, we're just going to work on our notes. So so far, we've done quarter notes. So if I put a nice quarter note right here, quarter note, that's what it would look like. So our quarter note is right there. So if I take my quarter note right here, make a bigger one, and you could do this time going either way, my quarter note, I'm going to break it in half to create another note, and to make that note, going to be what's called an eighth note. So my eighth note is actually one quarter note divided. So it's going to be 2 notes now instead of 1, but still take the same amount of time. So you're going to have to move your bow faster now. So a quarter note would be counted in 4/4 time as 1 and. So I'll put that under here, 1 and. So when you divide this, you now divide your 1 and into 2 parts. So you're going to be playing 1 and with separate bows. So this is going to be separate this time. So here's your eighth note. So our focus this week is eighth notes. And if you look at the top of page 20, it kind of does a little breakdown for you on how these would look. So they can look like this. An eighth note can look like this. This curved stem here shows you that it's an eighth note. Or eighth notes can actually be in a grouping of 4, you might see very shortly in your book. To have 4 notes at once. So this is another way eighth notes are grouped. And again, you have this bracket up top here that shows you that they're eighth notes. So this one bracket at top connecting them shows they're eighth notes instead of quarter notes. So this is our big change for the week. So if you take a look at Rhythm Rap 66 on page 20, we are going to go ahead and go through it. First, I'm going to do I do, you do. So I want you to repeat after me. So the first thing I'm doing is my rhythm rap. I'm going to do it on my open D. And I'm going to do it about in the middle of my bow right here because I think it's a little bit easier to play eighth notes. And I'm going to play on open D, Rhythm Rap 66, the first measure. Now, that might sound familiar. We've actually played this a lot in class because this is my all-time favorite rhythm, Mississippi Hot Dog. So if I play it and say that, Mississippi Hot Dog, you can hear the words. Now, they're using pepperoni pizza if you look at 67, but you can choose either one that you would like. If you're vegetarian, you can use avocado pizza. That one also works as well. So I'm going to play through 66 so you can hear it. Keep in mind, we also have bowings going on in this as well. So you're thinking down, up, down, up, down, up. Make sure your bow is balanced. Check your bow grip. Always check your bow grip. And make sure you also don't have a flat pizza pan wrist. Lots of food references today. So even though we're playing a pepperoni pizza rhythm, no pizza pan hands. All right, so working on rhythm rap number 66 on open D. 1, 2, here I go. Pepperoni pizza, Mississippi hot dog, down, up, down, up, down, rest. So notice the last measure has a rest in it. So make sure you don't miss that rest. All right, so that's the rhythm rap, and now I'm going to actually put on a little bit of a beat if you want to try playing along one time with it. All right, here's my piano beat. So rhythm rap 66, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and down, up, 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 down, rest. Make sure you get that rest. Good work. All right, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit. All right, speeding it up a little bit. Rhythm rap again with my eighth notes. And I'm going to go ahead and check my bow hold. Make sure my bow hold doesn't adjust. Check my wrist. Open D. And again, I'm in the middle of my bow. So I'm not towards the frog right now. I'm kind of in the middle of my bow so I can control these eighth notes better. Here I go. 1, 2, 66. Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi hot dog. Mississippi hot. Sounds good. All right. So pepperoni pizza would be next. So if I look at pepperoni pizza, you can use your Essential Elements Interactive to work on it. It's actually going to start on your A string, and it's going to start on high D. So if you're a bass, remember you're on your G string, and you're shifting up to that fourth finger high D. Okay, so starting on A string, everyone else except basses, and you're going to be playing pepperoni pizza. So I'm going to play it for you one time so you can kind of hear how it sounds. 1, 2, ready, and... rest. So notice it is the same rhythm I just did up in 66, and it uses your D major scale descending that you were supposed to work on last week. So it's just going down the D scale, nothing too crazy. So remember your fingers are going to be traveling in order down the scale. For number 68, I'm going to go ahead and just play that for you so you can kind of hear how that rhythm is going to sound. 68 is a different rhythm. It's one we actually have not done in class. So I'm going to go ahead and set my violin down and actually clap this rhythm for you so you can hear it. So I'm going to use my counting, and I'm going to do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's what the counting sounds like with the notes. The way I kind of like to do this is, again, making up like a little saying for that. So you can make up words that would go right on those notes for you. So there's a lot of ways you can really go through this to practice. Since I know I'm your favorite teacher, I'm going to actually use my name to kind of do the rhythm for these eighth notes. So for number 69, I'm going to be doing jar, music, jar, music. So separating my name into two words to use jar and music to do the eighth notes. You could, again, pick your own words out, but I'm going to clap it first. I said, almost forgot. So I'm going to do the clapping part on this, and so you can kind of hear the rhythm rap. So 68, 1, 2, ready, and jar, music, jar, music, jar, music, jar, music, jar, music, jar, music, jar, rest. Make sure you get that rest in there. And then they're going to have you do that exact rhythm going up the D major scale. So start by clapping it, then go ahead and pick up your instrument and pick an open string and just practice it on the D or A string. Practice doing that rhythm, and then think about your bowings as well. So here's it again with bowings. 1, 2, 68. Down, up, 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 down, up. Rest. Make sure you don't miss your rest. All right, so that'll get you set for trying the rhythm raps, and then the D major scale up as well. So I'm going to play it one more time through with the music, and then go ahead and make another video later this week for the next couple tunes for you. All right. Jar, music. Feeling this one. Here we go. Jar, music, 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 jar. Rest. All right. Listening to D major scale up. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll leave this beat on for you. Check your bow hold. My finger's kind of slipping a little. So I'm going to check myself. Check my wrists. Okay? Make sure I'm holding my violin up nice and tall. Make sure your cello is also over your shoulder and your bass is over your shoulder. You don't want your cello or bass to be kind of leaning off. Okay? All right. D major scale up, number 69. Kind of in the middle of my bow again. Get a little more control with my wrist. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Rest. Okay, so go ahead and try that. I would recommend probably slowing that one down a little bit, so maybe doing it more of that. So use my metronome here. I would probably do it around like 90, just a little slower. If you have your own metronome. and see how fast you can actually get this rhythm moving. So that would be the first couple rhythms I want you guys to work on. Once you have those rhythms mastered, we are actually going to use Mozart's melody, otherwise known as Twinkle Twinkle, and we're going to put those rhythms right into Mozart's melody to kind of do that. So that's what we're going to use those rhythms for. So go ahead and master those rhythms, and then I'll show you the Twinkle melody as well. All right, happy practicing.